Alright guys, I'm back with another YouTube video today, and today's YouTube video is going to be a recap of today. I made $1,515 on my Top Step XFA account, and I also did take an evaluation short. Honestly, I did de-risk a little bit. I completely forgot that I'm on micro Nasdaq rather than minis. So, I mean, I did technically still risk at least one mini, so it was fine, it's whatever. But this is a zero account, so if I was on minis risking 3 contracts, I definitely would have already passed the account, but it's whatever. It's just an evaluation. But that's not besides the point. The point is actually the funded account, which we made 1,515, and I'm gonna go exactly over what my thought process was and why I took this trade. So starting off in the morning, I sent the bias out to the Discord. Well, not the bias, the daily draw on liquidities out, and my goal was to push lower unless proven otherwise. So let's go and see why I marked out these targets. So when we go to the 4 hour, one market opened, we were already pretty bearish. So we were approximately around this candle when market opened. And the first thing I noticed, okay, we had a 4 hour fair value gap here, and we have completely ran through that fair value gap. We have completely displaced through it and proven that we want to take lows rather than go higher. Number two, we already pretty much swept the high draw on liquidities. There's these draws over here, but these are very high resistant draws on liquidity because these were the draws that put in after sweeping this liquidity. You never want to target liquidity that has recently been put in, or liquidity pools that is high resistance that pretty much created for a specific reason. So the reason why we have these high resistance draw on liquidity over here is because we took this liquidity over here. So we created this liquidity because we took this liquidity. So it's not just a pointy edge in the market. There's a reason why we took it. So another good example is, let's say we have a draw liquidity straight into a fair value gap. That's not a strong draw on liquidity in my opinion. For example, let's say this was our draw on liquidity. I wouldn't like this as my draw on liquidity because we made that point to go into a 4 hour fair value gap. So pretty much we made that point just to retrace into a 4 hour fair value gap. It's not really, price doesn't really have to come back to that point and realistically for market to keep moving. Obviously the way market moves is retracement up, or vice versa. Whether it's going down, it still retraces and just continues. It just builds momentum like that. So I would never want to target a high resistance draw or a draw that's specifically targeted into a gap. So that is why I didn't really like these highs anyway. So number one, we took these highs. Number two, we displaced through a 4 hour fair value gap, and overall 4 hour bearish structure and bullish structure was invalidated. So on the 1 hour, I originally didn't mark out these two. So originally I had this low right here. So we were up about here. Yes, it was pretty recent. That's why I marked out this one as our next more discretionary target, I guess you could say. So this is exactly what I marked out. And literally like 7 to 8 minutes until market open, we get a nice bearish move confirming the lower. Let me see where it was. So this is market open right here at the 630 candle. So we get a nice bearish candle confirming these draws on liquidity and taking out the first draw on liquidity, and instantly we jump higher. We get two displacing candles higher. So I'm like, okay, it could be a big possibility that now we want to take highs. I mean, we already took the first draw on liquidity. So realistically, we don't really have to go lower. So that's when I sent out to the Discord that we can also take these two highs out, unless if we're only proven otherwise, if we actually want bullish targets, because we're still bearish. And literally 20 minutes after that, we hit TP. So let me go over exactly when I entered and why I entered there. So after getting these bullish targets, this was honestly a very deep retrace. We also invalidated this structure point right here. So in my opinion, getting above this high would pretty much break the structure to go higher. I don't really understand what the point of that retrace was, unless it was a 5-minute retrace maybe. Let me see. Oh, that low-key could have been it. And yeah, okay, so it looks like it was a 5-minute fair value gap. Honestly, if I knew, it would have made the trade 10 times better, but I didn't even realize that it was a 5-minute fair value gap for those bullish candles. So now let me go explaining that. So I mean, Obviously, I didn't enter based off that, but that gives it even more conviction into the trade that we retraced to a 5-minute fair value gap and got a heavy displacement, invalidating that fair value gap draw. So pretty much we made a nice bullish move to reach that 5-minute draw. Right there, after that, we invalidated that retrace leg. So we pretty much, there was this big fair value gap that we created, and we clearly invalidated with two nice displacing candles. After that displacement, we kind of chopped around for a little bit for like 2-3 minutes, and then after that we got a very fast move down. Honestly, it was like if you weren't watching the charts, you would have for sure missed it. So right there, I quickly entered in mid candle just so I have enough time to go break even at this low over here. I did actually not go break even though, but overall, even if you did go break even, the trade still completely played out. But I didn't go break even. So this is exactly where I entered right here, and my target was obviously this draw on liquidity, which this draw on liquidity was the lower target. I believe it was London lows over here. Yes, so it was London lows over here, and that's exactly why I entered on my XFA account. Now for my evaluation account, I pretty much did the same thing. I just didn't wait for confirmation. So I didn't wait to displace through this candle and actually invalidate that fair value gap, because I mean, at the end of the day, it's a valuation. I really just full port these. That's what I'm saying. Like, I literally would have done 3 mini contracts and passed this account today, but I completely didn't realize that I'm on MNQ. But yeah, so I entered approximately like around somewhere here. Even after like getting these bullish candles, I was still conviction. I had a very strong conviction that we're still gonna go lower. So I still wanted to take out these lows over here. So I entered over here, and it actually played out perfectly. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Honestly, that's the main reason why I took this trade. If you guys have any questions or concerns on why I took this trade or anything you guys want to learn, you guys can join the free Discord in my bio, or let me know any YouTube videos you guys want me to make, whether you guys are confused on drawing liquidity, my model, whatever the case may be. I teach everything completely for free. I do have a one-on-one mentorship help if you want my personal direct access with my phone number, so I can pretty much hold your hand through profitability. But again, overall, I teach everything completely for free in my Discord as well. You guys can join it here. I give my daily signals out, daily draws and liquidity out, any specific announcement. We have a trading chat, and then I have a trading glossary that teaches you pretty much every single trading term completely for free. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.